So what?
Hey! It's the podcast.
All right. Yeah. We out here live at the podcast right now. So Henny, we getting lit at the podcast. We got our special guest on the second episode of the podcast. This is Joy. We are Where Your Joy. Every time I read your Joy, I'm like, is it said We Are Joy? And I was like, but it says Where Your Joy though. But shout me a holler. We are online right now. The podcast is going down. Oh, let me make sure I get the
I gotta let me fix the cameras over here.
No. You don't worry about that camera right there. Let me get the what's it called for the day? The topics. Let me get the topics.
Yo, Felix, Felipe, if you can see this, you gotta enable your mic and your video so that you can join the stream. We can't put you in the stream until you enable the mic and the video on your.
All right. First up, what we doing is what you smoking on. So today, I have been smoking on some wedding cake. That's what's in my Bob Marley roller right here. Some wedding cake. In the background, we want to shout a holler to Rodimus Prime right here. We're watching the.
Yo, shout out to Rodimus with that film that just dropped.
Yeah, I'm about to watch this after this, John, right here. So we're just promoting it all at the same time.
That's fact.
So I don't know. What are you smoking right now? What is
I too am smoking wedding cake because that's what's popular. That's what's popular in Crown Heights right now. Wedding cake.
Wedding cake is all over the. It's
like Campbell's. Good.
Okay. Yes. So all right. First up. First question. First topic of the day. Basically, what happened is I was talking to my boy. I was like, "Yo, you got to check out this porn." I had for the first time. I've been expanding my my repertoire of things that I'm doing in my life, and I decided to look at Indian porn. I never Googled Indian porn before.
East Indian, like Bangladesh.
Yeah, like Indians, like
Indian, like Native American.
No.
That might be racist.
No. Actually, now that you think about it, I've never actually seen. No, I've seen Native American porn actually, like on some play shit.
Do they fuck with all the colors of the wind?
Yeah, I don't. They have no, but it's very appropriated.
I'm also not sorry. I can make those jokes. I'm like 2% Native American.
Yeah. So anyway, I watched the porn. I put Indian Woman BBC in there because you know what I mean. I want to. Because
who doesn't like that?
Yeah. I want to see something get shillelied, and I'm watching it. And I'm like, this is the greatest experience of porn. Like she's making the sonic sound of her. Like
it was like that.
Oh my god! It was just like her sound that she was making during sex was amazing. So I was like, I shared it with my boy. I was like, you gotta see this, and he was like, it's weird.
What was weird?
For me to share a porn with him.
Wait. Okay.
I was appalled. I was like, I'm weird for this. I was like, you're fucking weird for not allowing me to share something that's so beautiful like this. And all I did was make it as a suggestion. I wasn't making it like, hey, you have to ogle over it. I was like, we talked about it. I was like, do you watch porn? I was like, have you ever in the search button, And for me, it was just new, and I really appreciate Indian porn, and was so amazing because it's like long names, and then at the end it's like
BBC.
No, it's like Robin Mashni.
Like blowjob.
No, it's like Robin Mashni Bunny versus
money shot.
Yeah, it's really dope.
Okay.
a girl saw my podcast and allowed me to fist her. I thought that was cool. Shout outs to the last episode, the first episode, which was the best episode.
What?
Because
you fisted somebody on your podcast?
No, not on the podcast, but she saw the podcast. She was really interested in me.
And then she fist her after.
Yeah. I thought it was cool. That's cool.
I mean,
right?
I like to fist people too. I'm not gonna get like I used to have.
And it was like a black power fist. I think I left my ring on.
Here's the thing: like you always should take your rings off, right?
Okay.
And not for nothing, I learned this. Shout out to my ex-husband because I learned this from my ex-husband. He calls it the Gerber Grill program. And so there's this move I do where like it's like 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 fingers, 4 fingers, and then there's a fist in you.
Yeah.
Right. And also like I think that's like the most nicest way to ease people along on the path that they want to go to.
Yeah.
Anyway. As for sharing porn with your friends, I feel like
what's up?
you have to be in a really, really secure friendship, right? You have to be in that type of friendship that like it's been established that that's an okay thing, right? It has to be okay. It has to be established like that's your dynamic. We're friends that share porn. Like you have you have to establish certain boundaries. You can't just be sure. Like I have friends that think that because I am an ethical non-monogamous, that like they can just call me with their dick in their hands. And I'm
what does that mean? They call you jerking off?
Yeah, they call me jerking off.
For what though?
And because it pleases them to look at me. I mean, I'm beautiful. Hello.
But,
why would you want to look at this when you jerk off?
Oh, but I'm not okay. Are they in a relationship with you?
No, they're not. They're just calling me because they know that I have that appreciation. I used to be a dominatrix. Some of these people that are now friends are like former companions in that former life of mine, right? So I get that. It's cool. However, you can't just like always be calling me with your dick in your hands. And especially when you're not going to send me money beforehand, because that was a part of the original arrangement, right? When I was your dom and you were my client, that means that we have an understanding. Yeah, you can call me with your dick in your hands, but you got to send me $100 first. So I know to expect a call from someone who has their dick in their hands.
Okay.
Right? So it's kind of like that. I feel like if
you're retired, they're trying to get it from you.
Right. Like I talk about porn with my homegirls. Right, but like I don't just randomly send them porn.
I found this wow, this is so amazing.
There's still like a ask of, is it all right if I send you this? Like I want to send you this to look at.
It's
girl.
my boy.
Yeah, but your boy and you might not be.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
that's what it is.
Like I mean, that's a personal thing. People take their porn like personally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like like we can't fucking share the same porn. Is that what it is?
You can share the same porn. I'm just saying that
so you gotta find.
You might want to give them a heads up, like, hey. I found this porno. You mind if I send it to you? Because like I think it's dope, and you might like it.
No, I didn't.
And then you can discuss it.
No, I didn't just randomly send them the link.
You can't just be throwing.
I actually didn't randomly send them.
All right. So how did that go?
At any time, I'd send them the link.
See, this is context that matters, though.
I've already said that. I suggested he search it in the link in the search bar. He should search it. That's what I suggested. Nothing other than that. And I just thought it was like a good suggestion because the porn that automatically popped up was just amazing. It was the first time the first 5 options were all good. I watched the first 16 seconds of all of the first 5, and I was pleasantly nutted by the 5th video.
Wait, so you have time to like. That's interesting.
I just beat and
scroll.
I just beat and scroll. I'm like, I get the point of this, then I beat and scroll.
I'm always jealous of guys. Guys can y'all can multitask. I have to find a point.
I'm just beating and scrolling. It's not.
Because women aren't the same. I feel like women aren't the same way. Women are more.
I'm multitasking for beating and scrolling.
I mean, we can multitask like nobody's business, but when it comes to like masturbating, we kind of have to have like a good idea, and it has to be a great idea, like from start to finish. if I find something and if I start like getting unaroused, like if it's just
You're
not
speaking
working,
for all women right now.
I'm not speaking for all women. I
That's
would
right.
never speak for all women. I will just speak for all women and saying that we're not all the same, and that most women also encompass a part of our brains. And so it's like, if we're not like turned on by it and suddenly we're just disinterested, so is our vagina, and then there goes the nut. Like, it doesn't matter. We have to start all the way over from the beginning. You know, I find that if I pick the wrong porn and it doesn't work out, I have to start all the way from the beginning when I pick another one.
Oh, that's
I
obnoxious.
can't do the scrolling. Because
It's
sometimes
just like, come already. Just it's so obnoxious. What are you doing? Like, ladies, just come already. Like, you sat down to come. You might as well just come already. Like, you know, get the job done. Like, it's like, come on. You
Felipe
can't.
says the same thing, right? See, he says it's the same thing for him. I have to be into it for it to work out. Yes. See, so here's the tip for guys. Like, take this you know, these lessons that I have that I'm sharing from my porn, from my self sessions. Take it out there in the world with you, okay? Because, you know, the brain is a very powerful piece of our body. If your brain is not interested, women's bodies don't work like that. And apparently, some of y'all men's bodies don't work like that either.
The older
you're not into
I
it
get,
here, you're not going to be into it down there.
The older I get, the vibe has to be right. When I was
the vibe.
When I was younger, I was just a fucker. Like, I was like, the wind blew, dick was hard. There was no separation between
separation of church and state. It was just like, it is what it is.
It was just like, shorty could look like whatever. And that's actually, I remember at that time I did have sex with an Indian woman.
Hey, Melissa.
But she was actually like 300 pounds.
Okay, wow, so, really?
Yeah, it was the first. So
300 pounds. What are you, like a good 175?
I am a good 180, yes, but so what?
That's like 120 pounds more than you.
Yes, yeah, but
that's like you could have died.
No,
like, you could have died from that.
No, not me. No, I love.
That's a lot of pressure.
I love the pressure.
Pounds?
I love it, man. Put me under it, man. It's a good.
What's the force on that? Like, it's like.
Because
I feel it's like 20 pounds per.
Usually, like a 300-pound John is not really used to getting her cheeks clapped, so like it's a treat for her. Like, a cheeks clap for her it's a treat.
All right, so
you know, you can actually probably put them less work than a like little.
I got a question.
Always getting body.
I got a question.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this up soon because I gotta go to the next.
No, go to the next topic.
What's the question?
It had nothing to do with this topic. So it's the next question. Go to your next topic.
All right.
My question had nothing to do with that.
All right. I want to say 5 things I liked about the pandemic. 5 things I liked about the pandemic.
1.
Number 1. I guess number 5. Because it's number 5, not number 1. Number 5. I found the recipe for a digestible version of my rap sound.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a good job.
Yes. It was number 5. That was the least important.
That's the least important?
That was the least important.
I feel like that should be your most important thing.
Yeah. Number 2.
What?
Number 4. You know what I'm saying.
You can't count. They don't know.
Number 4. $1,200 and political unrest.
Although I still haven't gotten my fucking stimulus. Still, they haven't even fucking registered my taxes yet.
You just gotta wrap that.
I can't wrap shit up.
You got the unemployment. You good? All right.
I was good. Now I'm not.
I know how it is.
Fuck that.
Number 3. Money comes, money goes. Number 3. Showed me how I react under pressure. Be hella calm on big events, but aggressive on small events. So I gotta put the scope of the world big constantly, because this was crazy. This is some of the craziest stuff that happened, and I was fucking cool as a cucumber. But you try to let Planet Fitness charge me an extra $10 when I ain't asked them to.
No, thank you.
Thank you. I'm going off.
Fuck your Fitness Planet.
I'm going off on you. So number 2. Finally got a chance to rest.
Ooh, so sweet.
Oh man, you don't know how many times I've just done this. Like just a stretch.
Yeah, word.
And number one, to tie back into number two, that unemployment was lit. I was able to pay bills. I'm able to project Rodimus Prime on the wall. Life is good. So shout outs to my man T Rump. Yo, Trump, I don't like your politics, but your business sense is on point. So I don't know.
I will say that my 5 favorite things about this pandemic.
Shout out holla at all of my Black Proud Boys. Stand up.
Stand up and stand out.
Stand up and stand
Let
out.
it swing in the wind.
Stand up and stand out.
Stand up and stand out. What?
Yeah,
Like
Black
fucking
Proud Boys.
Black Proud Boy. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say like my 5 favorite things about this pandemic.
Yeah.
First, like 5 would be definitely the unemployment money that I'd like. Not to brag, but I kind of earned my whole year's salary in the last in those first few months, like my whole year's salary, and that allowed me to only catch up on what I ended up falling behind on from losing my job, right, and waiting for my unemployment for those 2.5 months. Yeah. So fuck yeah, but thank you. And then also that you know, I fixed my credit. My credit started this year at 650. That's number 4. My credit. Shout out to my credit, right? Yeah. And I started this year at 650. The shit went down to like 455.
Damn, I didn't even know your credit could get
and then
low.
I was able to pay my credit. I was able to like fix my shit so well that by August I got a credit increase, and I'm now back in the upper 600s. So thank you, Black people. Do have good credit, motherfuckers. Number three, Tootsie Roll Pops. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Number 2, I want to say the cohesion and the fusion of my art and my personhood. Just like settling into myself in such a fucking undeniable way that like no one can break me anymore. No one else will ever be able to move me faster than I can move me. No one will put words in my mouth. No one will tell me who I am, and I will never believe another word outside of any myself, right? If it don't come from inside of me, I'm not fucking believing it until I see that action to back it up. And it's giving me discernment, the tool of discernment, right? That's been invaluable. And self-confidence and self-belief. And then the number one thing.
My number one
thing. Yes. This motherfucking haircut. This shit is yeah, y'all better watch out because I'm gonna be carving San Diego on this bitch, and I'm just be sneaking up, rolling up on niggas, and y'all not gonna know who I am. Don't even look for the bald head because I might be in a wig. You don't know.
No. All right. So check it. All right. Now I'm gonna do a story. I got a Patreon. She's one of our Patreons, Emily Lyson. Thank you so much for giving your donation per month. We're trying to get more likes, subscribes. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and
go to the
subscribe.
Patreon right here.
Be a patron. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
It says O'Henny HRYC.
All over the Yacht Club.
Yeah, so I don't know if y'all see that right there. Y'all can see that right there.
It's also at the bottom of the screen, y'all. If you look down, right? You don't even gotta look at the sign. You can just look down right there. Look. Both of them. Yeah. Blunts over boys, right? Right there. Like
podcast. Smoke some jokes. Support. Yeah, that's the Patreon right there.
Support the art. Support the patron. Yeah. Support the art. Be a patron of the art too.
We got different levels. You could come in at $3, $10, and $20.
$3.
But anyway, anyway, check me out. So I told her I'd tell a story about race. When I was in I won't use my college's name, but if you look at what school I went to, you can know what school I went to. There was basically like a race riot, right? So the hockey team was all white guys and the basketball team was all black guys, and they were arguing. So it's the black guys, and I weren't on either team really. You know what I mean? I did live in the black house, but I wasn't really on either team. So basically, these dudes is all rah 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 rah, and I'm like, yo, chill. So I breaks up a race riot. These dudes is pushing, blah, blah, blah. It got into almost like one of those Spike Lee moments. I breaks it up. I'm like, yo, it's over. I breaks it up. Everything is lit. So we walking all trying to like, and I'm like, yo, we all friends, man. You know, trying to defuse the situation. Everything is diffusing, walking, and the police roll up. Bloop, bloop. Who's the first person you think they roll up next to?
Of course it was you.
It was me. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, hey, officer. I'm like, what's going on tonight? They're like, oh, can I see your ID? I'm like, my ID for what? They were like, we want to see your ID. I was like, what happened? They was like, we heard a disturbance going on, blah, blah, blah. So they telling me about the thing that's going on. I'm like, I wasn't involved in the disturbance.
That was not me. So
you know what I mean?
I have no idea what you were talking about.
So now the people around are starting to be like, hey, you know, it was us. We was, you know, and they're still on me. They still on me. Like I was like, I don't know. I always look back now, realizing that being blessed, that's what they talk about with the gift and the curse.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
yeah, for sure.
Like you shining and you talk to the people. No good deed goes undone. You know what I mean? Whatever the phrase is, but you shining, you letting go good positive energy. You have to beware of what's going on around you. You know what I mean?
Well,
the most.
On that, I think that there's always going to be people, or there's, right, in that eternal, like, good versus bad, or like positive versus negative. Right? Because people don't realize how to just like live in the balance of those two, because everyone has positive and negatives. Like that's fucking life. You can't only have one and only have the other. So it's like you just got to be aware there's always a force that's going to work against you, because that's the way nature works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, shoot, yo, I always feel blessed to be able to have the gift of my wit, right? To be mentally acuitive and always like cognizant of what's happening around me. And like, even when I'm slipping into places where I'm incapacitated, I can still advocate for myself. I can still talk to myself. I can still talk for myself. Also, by the way, I just looked at my t-shirt and I realized I need to shout out Tanya,
Black Feminist Project.
Black Feminist Project.
Okay.
She's building the Black Joy Farm up in the Bronx. It's 3,500 acres of fresh food they grow in the Bronx. And she creates boxes. There are food boxes. You can go to Black Joy Project or Black Feminist Project. There's with a K online. Or Tanya ADF on Instagram. But you can do that. Right? Because we need fresh food in our hoods.
Yes.
So I say all that to say, like, that's even the same kind of way I look at it. Like, yo, people in the hood want to be healthy. We be out here working out. Ain't no nigga. Like, you ever been to a park in the hood? Niggas is working out total all the time, right?
Yeah.
But like with our nutrition, the food that we have access to, we don't have a lot of access to good food. We live in food deserts in a lot of places like Crown Heights, Bed-Stuy, all the neighborhoods in the Bronx, Harlem. Yeah. They're considered food deserts because the quality of food that we have is like really, really low. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah,
the point is they're doing it they're changing it, and I got this fly ass shirt from them.
So anyway, the story ends with the cops dragging me up the steps. They dragged me because I refused to walk when they arrested me. They arrested me, and I was like, look, I had nothing to do with this. They arrested me. They dragged me up a flight of steps because I refused to walk. And then the dean of multicultural affairs came and got me out of prison after being in there for like 2 hours. It wasn't bad.
Prison or jail, buddy? Like
jail. Yeah,
like jail. Yo, do you hear the Tombs is closing? You hear that shit?
I did a short film about the Tombs. They're
closing them though.
I wasn't really. I understand that. Like the times I've been arrested, luckily, again, the times I've been arrested have been very short. Like, you know, like, and I'm just because I'm not living that life. Some cats don't even spend as much time.
But there's cats that live that life. And I remember like the first time I was arrested.
Yeah.
in New York, rather.
Yeah.
I've been arrested several times, but I've never been convicted of anything, and it's really because I've never done anything wrong. In reality, people have actually weaponized the police against me as a tool of control, as a way to say I know better than you, or you're going to do what I say, right? Like recently when I posted on my Facebook about this lady calling the police, and I opened my bedroom door, the police at my room. Right now, when I opened my door, they were just as confused as I was because I had someone in my room and they didn't know that I wasn't alone. They thought I was alone. So we're all sitting there like, and now I'm anxious because I got police at my door for no reason. Right? As my anxiety is growing, I had the wherewithal to just advocate and say, hey, Miss Lady Cop, you're the only person I trust. These white men are scaring me. But like people don't have access. So I think the other thing that saves you, that's also part of the blessing, is like the ability to use your brain and think critically and think on a whim, right? That survival that like growing up in the hood gives you, the ability to survive and pivot so easily, the same way like a crossover works. Like bang bang, like you thought you had me, but nah, you don't.
Yeah, I'm teaching my son how to play basketball crossover right now. It's crazy. All right, comedy so white. I do comedy in the New York underground scene, and there is something, if you got to notice, I want to point out to some of you guys, you got to notice out there, point it out. On every flyer, it'd be 5 white dudes to 1 black person of either black, female,
sometimes there's a little gradation going on, so you might have like 4 white dudes, and then like 1 female of that's also white, but then 1 Asian or brown skinned person, like some type of shade of brown, just so it looks a little more fair. Check all the boxes.
It's an interesting time in comedy right now. I don't know why that's the case. I think there's enough black, brown, and Asian comedians for all of us to be doing shows together, but I don't get it. But apparently we are very divisive still in our comedy. But yeah, man, even reaching out to some people on the comedy scene has been like, I try not to get into a place of ego with comedy and stay humble and be like, okay, none of us know each other. We're all working towards something. Everyone's someone to themselves. So I get that. But I look at some of these cats and I'm just like, hey, man, we would work so much well together if you just get your head out of your ass or your fucking head off your shoulders. You know what I mean? But or your ass off. You know what the fuck I mean. But usually they don't.
Head out your ass.
Yeah, head out your ass or head off your shoulders or ass off your shoulders.
Well, I mean,
head off your ass, your shoulders off your ass.
Don't you realize that sometimes it's because no one else contributes to the responsibility of these things or like the maintenance of it? Like the reason that
everyone's contributing to the maintenance of comedy.
No,
they're not the one purveyor of comedy. It's like everyone should be trying to be getting on.
Everybody should be
over there.
No, there's too many plugs, and I don't know what I can unplug. I need you to handle this because it's not like it's your fucking house. I don't know what's unplugged. What can I unplug?
Unplug it.
Unplug what?
That.
What is that?
The one on the end. Stop calling me nigga, please. I'm no one's nigga.
Are you Chris now?
No, I'm not.
This one?
No.
This one. You said the one on the end. There are 2 ends. This one. So I don't know which plug to unplug.
The other one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That is more helpful.
Are you happy? You good?
Are you happy? Because all I was trying to do was not let the computer die. Like, see what I'm saying? Like that right 20, there. That's 20. Exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, you gotta. For me, it's accountability.
But I'm just right now. I'm just trying to hold you accountable. You took it away.
Unplug something that we agree on.
Right,
because we're doing a podcast. I don't know
what plug is what, so why would I unplug it
without
asking you which one? You know what I mean?
Okay, we got a couple of more topics here before we're wrapped up. Since Beethoven is black, Beethoven's black.
Beethoven's black.
Thank you for that. I was trying to get you that cough on my shoulder.
I was not coughing anywhere near you. I was
had
over
mad
here.
germs. This is how COVID works. It's like when you're just, hey, that's COVID. Like
It's
COVIDious.
smoke, nigga. Like,
it's COVID.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's weed smoke, ninja.
Yes.
Ninja.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ninja.
Since Beethoven is black,
Since he's
here
black.
are 5 hip hop songs that I've inducted now into the classical music genre. These next 5 songs that I name will now be considered in the genre classical music. Number 5, ODB.
Excuse me.
Hey Dirty. Could you stop burping with your
Mask on? With my mask on? Say it, nigga.
Just-
say it. Say it.
but still, it's just seeping out the side of your mask.
How? How? So
I
it's
don't
got
know.
a filter. Like, you can't smell this shit at all.
That's what filters are for. All right.
It's not what filters
All right. Let's bring it back.
I
Since
thought it would be like-
Beethoven, can I do this without your bodily functions? Thank you. Since Beethoven is black, here are 5 hip hop songs I've inducted into the classical music genre. Number 5, ODB, Hey Dirty, will now be considered classical music. Hey Dirty, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. Classical music. Number 4, Nas, If I Ruled the World. I'm not the biggest Nas fan, I will admit, but this one particular song with featuring the vocals of Lauryn Hill. Classical music, since Beethoven is black. Number 3, because of self-promotion, Oh Henny, Decked Out, put it on there. Number 2, WAP, WAP, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, done so much for our history, for our globe, for our community. Really put a shine to the wet ass pussies of the world. Now, classical music genre. Number 1, the number 1 song that I've added into the classical musical genre. Now with Beethoven's 5th, added with all of the songs I put here earlier. Johann Sebastian Bach, some of the greats.
What's your Midnight Sonata?
Yes. The number 1 song is 50 Cent, The Birthday Song. That's not even actually the real name.
Hey. Yeah, I can see
But that is classical music. When I think about classical music,
that.
he reinvented the birthday song. Anytime you sing the birthday song, they'll be like, okay, now the black version. Then they'll say, now the 50 Cent version. You don't have to do all of that. It's just how it is.
Like strings.
It's already in it's a
classical,
cello.
But classical,
It's a cello.
It can't all be cello. It has to have like a variety of strings to be classical.
I wish I could. Hold on.
Midnight Sonata doesn't just have like one whole thing.
I can play it for you.
Fine.
The
Play it.
like it's
Play it. Play it.
okay. Google. Hey Google. Hey Google. Play 50 Cent birthday song.
All right, which app do you want to use?
YouTube.
Playing 50 Cent on YouTube Music.
No, I just don't want just 50 Cent. I want the birthday song. What's that song called?
In the club.
I'm celebrity chef
Yes.
Donatella Arpaio,
Called
and
In
I
the
want
Club.
you to try my
In the
grilled
Club.
See, that's why
And it's the
like,
first-
you can't make a song you can't even like.
It's the first song that popped up already. That's all you needed. You hear the symphony already?
I hear it, but then I'm thinking
It's
about
classical
the words. I'm thinking
music.
about the words, bro. It's the words that change the birthday song, not that.
His voice is a nice cello.
No, you can't have two cello on the cello. That won't sound right.
They have multiple instruments. Look, man, I don't need to argue with you about
You
how
don't.
music works.
You're sure.
I know how music
I'm
works.
just here to broadcast it.
Here, look, coming to the stage. All right, I think we have one more topic for tonight. This is coming to. I'm sorry, we're coming to an end, guys. Make sure.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
So Henny
Is
Cornelius.
it a diorama?
Yes, a diorama.
Did you just make a
I'm
diorama?
working on a diorama right now.
Is it gonna have things that hang from the top, like little?
It's gonna have my Cash App and PayPal hanging from the top.
That's dope, like a little Cash App sign,
Yeah,
like or
yeah.
Henny Cornelius.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Come on. All right, just having fun out here. Like and subscribe. What was I gonna say?
We love you too, Shad the Stallion.
Shout out to the Stallion. It's been 3 months, and I put out a call 3 months ago, and no one has still found me a paleontologist. Anybody know a paleontologist that's not Ross from Friends?
I might actually.
Everyone always fucking says this.
I said
It's
I
been
might.
3
I
months.
said I do.
I
I'm
know,
pretty
no,
sure
I
do.
know. Everyone says that. Everyone's like, I might actually. I can get someone called. I think so.
Considering
Call
that,
me.
like in my time at Brooklyn Wildlife, I've met like 2 neurosurgeons. I've met.
That's my number. Call me if you can find a
That
paleontologist.
is not the comment session.
Oh, I don't
That's
know
a
what
private
that is.
comment. This is
Okay.
to go over all the internets. I have met rocket scientists, like PhD holders in evolutionary biology.
But a paleontologist?
Well,
Still no. You name all of these
Technically,
people.
I have to think about all the people I know. I've probably met over 10,000. Do you think you've met over 10,000 people in your life?
It don't matter. None
It
of them
does
are
matter. It's a long time to
paleontologists.
think. I have to think.
None of them were. I'll tell you.
I
right
don't
now.
know.
It's
I don't
been
know
3
what they
months.
do now.
It's been 3 months.
Yo,
It's been 3
Facebook,
months.
anybody watching this right now, if you know me and you're a paleontologist, please
Please.
get at me.
Please.
Do I know? Here, I'm gonna.
Please.
If
If your
you
job
know
is
me
paleontologist,
and you are
please.
a
if you're not
Hey.
Ross from
Alien.
Friends,
Oh,
paleontologist is a
oh,
made up job. I'm fucking.
It is not. A paleontologist
I'm
is a
clear. It's been 3 months. I'm clear that paleontologist is a made up job. I'm clear. It hasn't taken me 3 months to find no other person. A neuroscientist. We found a neuroscientist already. We found a neuroscientist.
Yeah.
Before a
what's her face?
paleontologist? Come on. This is bullshit. Yeah, they're lying to me. It doesn't even exist.
Okay, guys, that's my
it's fake.
email.
It's fake.
If you're a paleontologist, hit me
Please.
up.
Please.
Hey Siri.
Send us the resume that you sent in to get the job.
Hey,
That's
Siri.
what I want you to do. Send me your
Hey,
paleontologist resume. Not even Indiana Jones was a he wasn't even a paleontologist. Indiana Jones went around the world doing all kinds of cool shit and was not a paleontologist.
Wasn't
The
Jeff
job
Goldblum a paleontologist in all the Jurassic Parks? Isn't that what the fuck a paleontologist? Hey Siri.
No, Jeff
What does a
Goldblum was
paleontologist
a scientist. He was the one a part
Here's
of
what I found
a part
from
of the-
Enchanted.com.
what?
A paleontologist is a scientist who studies paleontology, learning about the forms of life.
It just sounds fake.
Listen.
Periods, chiefly by by studying fossils.
Studies of fossils.
Studying fossils, yes.
Yeah.
That wasn't Jeff Goldblum's job in there.
Yes, it was. That's why
No.
they called him in to come to the fucking island in the first place.
His job was he was a part of the.
He was a paleontologist. He was like the world-renowned paleontologist. He
Okay.
was the dude that was like
Okay.
disgraced because he had a theory that no one else believed, and then they brought. Oh no, wait.
So okay,
Yeah.
okay. I don't.
That was him and the other thing.
I don't know, but I don't know if that's true or not. But that's still two actors playing this job. You don't know anybody.
No. Brendan Fraser's wife
We're
in the Mummy. She was a paleontologist.
we're ending this. We're ending this episode with knowing that it's okay if you have a good relationship with your friends. You can share porn. If you got that shine on you, make sure to I don't know. There's no way to avoid like trouble, I guess, but just hopefully God is with you or whatever you believe in, or the universe or the odds is with you that nothing negative happens to you. Hopefully you enjoyed the pandemic. I came out of here with a podcast. We came out of here with some podcasting materials. Ball head. I hope you got some money. Some people were able to change their situations, change their lifestyles. Others were able to continue going. That's what's up. That's what this, life is weird. Life is a part of, death is a part of life, but we keep going. What else did we learn? Comedy so white. Stop being so white, guys. We can all share in the limelight together. Like it doesn't have to be a black show, a white show, Spanish, Asian. Like we can all come together and really bond together. I really have hope for the future. Hopefully some dope shit happens in our future. And last but not least, paleontology is a fake job, yo.
It's not a fake job.
Call
Siri said so.
No, it just gives you the job description.
Hey Siri,
Hey Siri.
how many paleontologists actually exist?
Okay, I found this on the web for how many paleontologists actually exist. Check it out.
Ha! It's National Geographic. All those motherfuckers that work for National Geographic are paleontologists. Boom!
All of them.
Theory debunked by
All of them.
actual publications.
Yep.
Thanks, Siri. You're the best. Sometimes.
Still doesn't know them. Does all of them. That was her answer. All of them. Like imagine going on your test. They're like, what's the SAT answers? All of them. You failed. Yo, this is Smokes and Jokes. The podcast. We're coming back for another episode next week. We don't know what this is gonna turn into, but we're gonna keep it going for at least a year. Peace. How you stop this thing?
You go here where it says end broadcast. God is out.